snooze fest. So boring. So then hello, my darlings. Welcome to my little corner of YouTube land. This is episode 4. And we will be planning January projects today. Yay! Yeah, I don't have any intro for you other than that. So, let's get into finished objects because this is hilarious. Because that is a finished shawl, and this is my finished top, which means I have like a whole other week to finish more projects. So anyway. This is our finished top in the SSK yarner that matches Lola's sweater. I have a big problem with this project, like huge problem with this project. It's huge. Okay, for reference, this is one of Lola's sweaters that I made a couple months ago, and she wears it a lot. Okay, and this is the one I just finished, last week, so she's been wearing for a few days. And I gotta tell you, it is significantly larger than this one. So it's like a whole inch on this dog. So she's already falling out of it. So I tried this on yesterday. I wore this most of yesterday, and it did the same thing. It's really, really stretchy width-wise. So I have my doubts that this is not superwash. Look at how huge this is. I know. Let's compare it with something. What's a brighter color here? Let's compare these, because this is so crazy to me. Like, I've never had there's like an inch on either side. That is so crazy. So this is what superwash usually does to me. And that's like a folded 1/2 inch, so that's like an inch on this side and an inch on that side. So I don't know if that's the case with all of those zebra yarns. Like I said last time, I think because it had a lighter, it had a looser twist, so I'm wondering if that's why her sweater blocked big. And my sweaters, I have a blocking tool, so they're all blocked this to the same measurement. And I don't know why that blocked so humongously big. But it did. So I don't know, that said it was non-superwash. So anyway, that will probably be frogged and made into something else next year. Maybe. I mean, I can always frog those and turn them into a shawl, so that's really not a big deal. But because I had 2 more of that base in a fingering, now that's going to, you know, I'm gonna have to rethink what I was gonna make with that. But that's not on my plans until the fall. So, because it's red, that's like a fall color, right? Like apples. Oh, let's show this. This is the lemon tea time shawl. And it's okay. It's not my favorite, and I think it's the base, because, you know, silk. I'm just not 100% on it. And I had to like extreme block it because this edge is really, really immovable a lot. So I had to block it more down than I wanted, you know, because I block straight across and then I pull down, and I had to pull down a whole lot more than I wanted to on this, so it's super long. I'm just not 100% on this, so this also goes into the pile of the, you know, are we going to keep this? Are we going to do something else? So that's kind of a letdown. Some months you'll have that where your projects don't work out the way you want them to, and that's, I'm sure, my fault, because that's my first project ever working with silk that wasn't a garter shawl, and that was both of these were completely unknown base to me. So I like, if you now know that this is going to block way, you know, grow a lot after when you block it, then maybe that would fit into something you wanted to make. That might make sense. For those two things, no. So I guess what we learned is that not all Peruvian Highland wool is similar. Why not? What was the difference? I think it was the spin, because the spin was really loose. So I'm still sticking with my theory of that spin was too loose. But anyway, that can easily be frogged, made into something else. Might be prettier as a shawl. Yeah, it's 2, so I could make it's 200 grams, so I could make that into a shawl. And then probably over dye, and that might even be pretty. So, okay, so since I finished those 2, and then I still had like a week and a half of the month left, because does this go to like Thursday? Yeah, the 31st on Thursday. So that's like a whole week of work. So I do have from last week what was going to be my cashmere, that was going to be a 6-row garter. But the thing is, you see this? I didn't really like it as a 6-row garter, so what I did was I did the 6-row stockinette. And I like it a whole lot more. So, which is neat, because I've never taken one skein of fingering into the stockinette, the 6-row stockinette. I have done that, if you'll remember, in the sport weight, but that's because the yardage is shorter. So this is a full 4, it's either 425 or 436 or 37 yards. So this is going to be bigger than my garter things. Oh, and also this is Whimsy. Hold on. Whimsy Stitches Designs. This isn't plastic, this is vinyl. I mean, is it that big of a difference? But I had said this was plastic, and it's not plastic, it's a vinyl. It's like a squishier vinyl. Anyway, I bought this specifically for this, for my shell projects, because the cool thing is you can zip it and work through that if you want, and I do, because my cat likes to eat yarn. So this is why I have a million bags, why I have everything in bags, is because number one, he will eat bamboo needles, so everything has been switched to, what is this, stainless steel Chiago, whatever. These aren't even, those are fixed. I thought they were my set. So I used to use only bamboo needles. I prefer to use bamboo needles for my arthritis. They're easier for me to hold, and it's less likely I will drop stitches if I'm using bamboo. Also, it's kind of easier because I'm a loose knitter to get tighter on bamboo, because steel, it just does not matter. It just slips no matter what you do. So he kept eating my Chiago, what are those, spin, twist, whatever. I have both of them, the bamboo ones. He would just chew them. And so then I had to keep ordering new needles, and then he'll eat the cords, and he eats the yarn. Like, I'll be working away, and then all of a sudden my yarn has ended, and it's wet because he just chomps right through it. So everything had to go into bags after that. So that's why I have a million bags. I swear that's the reason. Let's see, look. Oh no, I don't think he chewed any of these. Like, I had to these are, what are these things? The clovers. I have a set of these in 16s. Just because these don't bother me on the 16s. I'm a little bothered by the joins. But I got these before I got the Chiagos for making hats, and so I just kept it. So I use Lola's sweater. So Lola's getting a new sweater. Because I have a week, I should be able to make her sweater and the matching top, and I'm a little discombobulated because I just took a nap. I don't have, it's Cascade 2020, like I always use. You can't see it because it's black. So we're past the armholes. So we're just on the belly, and this will probably be done tonight. And then my shirts only take 4 days, and since I have nothing else to work on, because I probably won't be working on that shawl. Oh, well, maybe. Well, next week I'm going to be doing a lot is my week in the dye studio, because my husband's taking the week off of work because he's got vacation days to use. So I'm going to actually be dyeing swatches that I am behind on, so I can be ready for January, when we're going to start dyeing a project every month. Okay, so squishy mail. I have some cool squishy mail for you. I don't have that much. I only have 2. This came from, oh my gosh. Of course I didn't write her name down, did I? From, like, I want to say Norway or Holland or Sweden? I think it's Holland. Here we go. I was totally wrong. The Netherlands. I'm not even going to try to say where in the Netherlands, but it's called Making Furry Memories, and I'll link her down too. This is all hand spun from Samoyed, which is, this is so white, you're not going to see it. This is, what do they call this? Chinaru something. I'm trying to think of the Chiengora. Look at the halo on that, you guys. It's nice, yeah. It doesn't really smell like anything. I think it smells like her house. This is supposed to be 400 meters and 100 grams, and it is 100% hand spun samoyed, and it's supposed to be the undercoat. So this was actually, oh my goodness, stop it. This was my Christmas present to myself this year, because I always buy myself a Christmas present. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I always buy myself a present anyway. So this year I wanted to try, well, I've always wanted to try dog yarn, because I love dogs and I have dogs and I have a bunch of dogs. Of course, none of my dogs are long-haired. All of my dogs are short-haired, so I don't spin anyway, so what am I going to do? So anyway, I found her on Etsy, and she was way cheaper than some other places I found, so I was like, I'll go ahead and get this from the Netherlands, because all I need is like 400 meters and I can make a shawl. And it feels soft enough to be next to skin. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna, I really want to dye it, but I'm gonna dye it a special color, and I don't know what that is yet. So this probably actually won't get turned into anything for a long time. It's probably just gonna sit there. What else did I get? Oh, my knit crate box. Yarn squad, these weird backpack things that I don't understand how they're actually a backpack, but whatever. Can always use a bag. It'll get filled up. And I got, oh yeah, I wanted to try this base. This is 80% merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% stellina. It is 250 yards for 100 grams, so this is a DK weight. Do you wanna? Oh my goodness, seriously? You got the other one. Twinkle DK, Audine Wolves, Twinkle DK. So this will probably be a top. I don't mind the color. It's like a really light, lavender. It's like a bluish lavender. The color is not my favorite. The color is kind of like one-dimensional. It's not very, it's a very simple color. It's nice. I just don't know. I might make it up and dye it black. I don't know. To see if I like it or not. But I want to try this base. I'm very excited for a stellina and cashmere base. And a DK that might, not sure if that'll be too warm for the summer or not, but cashmere. Even if I don't like the color, I'll make, oh, I gotta put that in my book for another shirt, another top. So that's not a lot of stuff, is it? Anyway, actually I didn't even write it in here. I was doing squishy. Okay, our topic for today is planning for January. So we've already planned for the whole year, right? Let me flip my book over to what I've got for. Okay. So I wanted to show you, I'm sorry, I keep trying to get closer, but then it cuts off my head. So if I do my chair right where it is, I can't come closer because it'll cut off my head. So I keep doing this and it's like, no. Okay. I also got a new microphone, so I hope that's making a difference. I'm trying to show you how this is what I do for each season. Okay, so right here, let's take that off. We're in winter, okay? This is November, December, January. So we've done November, we've done December, and now we're in January. So right here is where I will have a list of, why not go over here where the microphone is? Okay. So right here is where I make a list of everything that I might want to make this season. Okay, so here's winter, and that's my cash errand. That was the very first thing I did. What does that say? Maleficent brioche. Okay, DK silk, which we just did. 3 cashmere fade. We were going to do that, and I couldn't find a pattern I wanted for it. Yin yang sweaters, arm warmers, mittens, tops. Okay, and then over here I have night shift and baby alpaca. And then you'll see, so like I make my initial, and then if anything comes in, because 3 months is a long time, anything that comes in I'll write over here if I run out of room. So then under here I do November. So my big project for November was the cash errand, which we did. Then for December it was going to be the 3 cashmere fade, which we didn't do, so that got crossed off, and instead we did the DK silk. So for January, I have Maleficent brioche. We're going to talk about that in a second, because that's why these 2 other things are here. So then underneath that, I do November, December, January. I write down, I leave space for any small projects I want to do. Like this was the baby alpaca. December was some tops, which I got some tops done, and January says Lola bulky. I want to try to make Lola's sweater in a bulky weight. Maybe those are just like maybe if you want to. And then so it's continuing the black willow sweater, which I already finished. So this one page will get me through the 3 months, because like I said, I go by season. This is not my real one. This is one I copied from my one in pencil and made for you so you could see it. So let's talk about the Maleficent brioche. Now, if you remember last time, I showed you that Maleficent bag that is my favorite, and I said with it we got like we got 2 skeins of coordinating cashmere blend. And I did. The problem was I made something with it that I did not like, and that wasn't actually the problem. The problem was the pattern had me cut after each section. So my problem now is that I have this ball is made up of a bunch of little balls tied together. And so is this ball. So these two are the Maleficent, which were great because this is totally hers, the dragon, and this is her in her outfit, you know, like great. The dragon fires green. I absolutely love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Here's my problem. In order to do this brioche section, you need, like, I think the pattern says 30 grams, okay? Now, in that 30 grams, it's best for me to not have a break in the yarn, okay? Because I don't put knots in my work. I like to weave in ends. And it's like impossible to weave in ends when you're doing two-color brioche because I'm already confused and I don't know what I'm doing. And there's no way that that end is going to get woven in. So I can weave in ends perfectly on like ribbing. Ribbing is so easy. I can do it on garter, umbrellas, and smiles, okay? So garter or ribbing, that's it. I can't weave in ends on anything. If I'm doing stockinette, I just do it on the wrong side, and I do Stephen West thing where you work it in as you're going. That's how I weave in ends. So if I'm in the brioche part, I don't know what to do. And so I went through all my broken ends, and I took the two biggest broken ends. And this one is just under 30 grams. It's like 27, 28. Like it's just under, to where I am not sure I want to chance it. But I'm pretty sure when I did my other one, my pink one, I know I can make sure that I'll just lose a repeat in the thing. So I might try it because I really want to do this one. I really want to do it. But if I don't, I have some backups. And because, you know, I already have out my dyed one. I already know what I'm going to dye, and I know what I'm going to make with it. So that's fine. I also have this baby alpaca, which is called Pine, and this is from Knit Crate. This is 100% baby alpaca fingering. And my problem with alpaca, I was so looking forward to this because hello, dark green, love it. Alpaca's super warm, and I was like, oh, this would be great. I'm gonna make that six row garter because it's 2 skeins. And it's going to be so warm, and I'll have a cashmere one, and then I'll have a thinner alpaca. It'll be great. But the thing with alpaca, when you are a loose knitter, is I swear to God, you guys, I would have to go down to like a size 0 to get this in the garter that wasn't too lacy for me. And I don't hate alpaca. I hate it so much. I want to love it. But it's so hard to work with because there's no spring. There's no structure. It's just like a wet noodle. It's like, how do you even work with this? How do you even work with this? So anyway, I'm thinking I might give this a try again, because if I don't make this into a shawl, I'm not going to make anything with it. And I really wanted to do a shawl. And I tried really hard last time. I even like went in one of the groups and was asking questions, and they're like, just make some lace. And I'm like, I don't want to make lace. So, because it's warm and it gets cold here, I want something warm. So that's the other thing I'm thinking of. I also got this really cool stuff called Yin Yang Loop. I got 2 of these. Can you see this? Is it going to let you? Try. Try. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Let's try this one. So I got this on another from the virtual. What if I get you to focus on, see, there's really not any. If I cover my face. Do we have it there? Okay, so do you see this? No, it's still blurry. It has, it's even blowing out the color too. It's not nearly this red. It's more of a rusty. Okay. It's no fun to show you this. They are inverse yarns. So it's a 3-ply. So 2 of the plies are this gray color. It looks purple, but it's gray. It's a gray color. And 1 ply is this burgundy. And then in this one, the 2 ply are burgundy and the 1 ply is the gray. So they actually match. So of course, nothing I come across is good enough to use these. And these are worsted, yeah, 2 worsted, so 220. Extra fine merino. Oh, extra fine merino, so this isn't superwash. How would I feel about a stripy top and a Lola sweater in this? I don't want to do that because it's too special. Anyway, I also had a half project that I worked with earlier in the year. This was for a November one, and I called this Bloody Santa because this looked like Santa, right, with his red and his like black boots and stuff. And then this is called, it's totally blown up. This one's called Winterfell, so it's white and gray and a bunch of red specked blood. So I was like, oh, Winterfell, I'll make a cool 6-row repeat, right? Only it looks ridiculous, and it does not look like Bloody Santa. It looks, I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. So I also have these 2 left over to do something with, but I don't think I like them that much. Don't go there. I think it's the white. I think I thought the white would be less focal, so I think if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have not do it half and half. I would have to do like maybe 2/3 red and 1/3 of the white, or maybe a quarter white. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to do that. But I had yet another idea. Okay, so like you all know the night shift, right? Who hasn't made a night shift? This is my night shift. Done, that's the wrong side. Nice dark colors, purples, blues, silvers. I really like this shawl. If I had to do it again, though, I would have gone up a needle size, because I even though I blocked it pretty aggressively, I guess I could block it again. Oh, and when you're doing the binds off, this I-cord bind off, do yourself a favor and go up 1 needle size. If you haven't already made one, but you probably all have already made one. So I was thinking, what am I going to do with all these Malabrigo tops I made that I now can't wear and I'm in the process of taking apart? And I was like, oh, why don't we just make another night shift? You know, maybe this red won't go in, but I think everything else I could work in. So, I mean, that's a lot of... I wouldn't mind having a Malabrigo night shift, I don't think. So, I'm not sure. I got 3 like I really want. I'm going to the night shift, the baby alpaca, and the Maleficent. I'm thinking I might, because I want that Maleficent so much and because it's for me, I don't care how many ends are woven in on my things, but like something I would give as a gift or something that I would put up for sale is going to have, if it's one color, it's having 2 ends. And if it's 2 colors, having 4 ends to weave. I'm not putting in more than that. Because I don't trust that they're not going to unravel it, like see a thread and pull it, and then it comes onto. I'm not being funny today at all. I don't know what my problem is. So I don't know. I think I'm going to start with the Maleficent and then go with, maybe do the night shift, the Malabrigo night shift. But that means I gotta unravel all that, and it's all kinked up because they were blocks. So then I'm gonna have to go through and, you know, re-wet everything to get the kinks out of the yarn. And I don't know if I really want to do that. I mean, I could always do that. That could be a project for next year too. And I really want this too, so I'm kind of torn with what I want to do. So, it's a week away and I don't think I've made up my mind. No, I am. I'm going to start the Maleficent brioche because these colors are too fantastic. They're just going to have fantastic, these colors together. It's just her. It's so her. It's my 2 favorite parts. That looks blue, but it's not. It's very much the purple that's in here. Yeah, you can see that looks purple. I mean, this looks blue and it's not. It's purple and pink. I'm very excited. So I've had this for like, when I think I got this time last year, and I made something out of it, and it looked terrible. And I think that was before I had finished the brioche, and I was like, oh my god, this is my favorite. So I'm going to make a brioche out of that, I think. Yeah, that's what I think. I think I'm going to do the brioche. And then if that doesn't work, I'll decide between the night shift and the alpaca. And then my fingering, oh, that's a mistake. I'm not doing black and burgundy first. I'm going to do a black and a dark green first for my dye. So, yeah, this is a short episode today. Good for you. You guys. I don't have my Baby Yoda in here, but did you watch the finale of The Mandalorian last week? Oh my god. I was like crying and I was like cheering. I think that's like the best thing I've seen in Star Wars in my whole life. And I really liked the last trilogies. The last 3. Okay, I like the first 3 because I love Vader and I love Princess Leia. And then the second 3, with the Clone Wars and all that, was like snooze fest. So boring. So then, because I was real mad with what they did to Anakin, because that did not make sense to me, how his whole transition to Vader. was not to my satisfaction. So I was like, that's it. I hate Star Wars. Never watching another Star Wars thing again. So when they came again with when Disney took it, right, and then the last three, I don't know. I love Kylo Ren, so whatever. Ben Solo, whoever you want to, Adam Driver, whichever. They're all the same person. So, and I like that they had a girl. I like that it was, what's her face? Rey. I like they had a girl. I really like the droids. I like BB-8, and I liked, what was the one in the last one that was like a dog that was like, no thanks, no thank you? Was it Dio? They called him Dio, and I was like, is that because they were calling him dog, like D-O-G? They were going to call him dog. So I liked that droid. I always like the droids. And the little, I can't ever keep the names of anything straight. The thing that Chewie eats, the little, I want to say pogs. They're not pogs. I can't remember. I've only seen the last one once, and I need to see a movie like 3, 4, 5 million times before I really can recall it in my memory. So I don't have all of it. I mean, the first 3, obviously, or the original 3, that's down in there. That's not going anywhere. But then the next 3, I totally just pretend I never saw them. And I only saw them once, so they're not really in there anyway. But the last 3, I'm working on cementing those, and I've been watching those. But The Mandalorian, I have to go back and rewatch the whole thing, because there's lots of stuff I missed, because I'm always working when I watch it. But what are they going to do next season? I don't even know. Where are they going to go from here? I don't know. It was one of, I think, the best episodes I've ever seen on TV. Like, it was so great. I really, really liked it. I'm trying to think what else I watched, but nothing's on yet. Because I'm a geek and I love TV. Oh, we were rewatching the Catching Up on the Expanse, which I don't like. I don't like it, which is weird because I usually like space stuff, but how they move stuff around, it makes me, like, I get motion sickness, and I'm like, oh, I can't watch this. It's too... So... Anyway, I guess I'm going to nerd out a little bit about TV at the end of my episodes. Anyway, so, yeah. Oh, Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas, so it's not a big deal to put out a video on Christmas, because I don't celebrate Christmas. But I hope those that do, that are watching, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. And remember, this is only first day of Christmas. There are 12 more days. Whatever. I don't think I have anything else. Do you want to know what we're going to do on our next episode? Because I do have them planned out, you know. I have to plan every little thing. I actually do have a list of episode 5. End of the month, beginning of the month. Oh, that's going to be a fun one, because that's going to happen every month. We're going to have a beginning of the month, end of the month, where we're going to look at everything we got done this past month and everything we're hoping to get done in the following month. And I guess we'll just follow that through the episodes, and when you'll see how things change and how you have to make changes for things that aren't working out. And if you get something in that you want to make, you gotta go, okay, how do I fit this into the schedule that I've already put in? And I hope you guys like planning as much as I do, because I love to plan stuff. It's my favorite thing to do. I think it makes me feel like safe. Like I can count on things. Like, this is, if I write things in a book, they're in the book. and somehow that means something. I don't know. But now I gotta go write this. I gotta remember to write those purple ones under there for that. Is that all the squishy mail? Yeah, we did squishy mail. We did everything. Okay, so let's see. Next week, I will have her sweater and my top done, and that will make 50 items for the year. So I'm even doing more than the 48 I planned. So I was wondering if then I should up my challenge to be 48 next year if I do a dye project, a big project, if I do a Lola sweater and a top for me. That'd be 4 a month. So I could probably do 48, but I don't know that I have 12 sets for her and I. I think I only have like 6. So I think I'm not going to put that in there, but I'm going to plan to do that, and then I'll just plan 2 small. Because for my business, for Mourning Dew Studios, I also made some changes in my dye plan for the year, and I'm going to work up some things that I'm going to try out so I can sell them as a thing, like make this with this, you know what I mean? Because I like when I go to try out new dyers and they have a plan for their thing, like with a pattern. So like you get a pattern and a skein, so you're not like, what do I do with this? Or like if you don't want to make, then you have something, because usually I make my 6-row shawls with 1 skein of fingering. But like sometimes I see stuff like DK and I'm like, oh, that'd be cute, but what, I don't know what to make with 1 skein of DK. Like what do you make with that? So I want my shop to be different, that I want it to come with a free pattern from me, like my own pattern. So I'm going to be working on that this year too, trying to get those things up. So you guys have to hurry up and like find me on stuff, so because I need testers. I need testers that I can send yarn to, and you can like make stuff and send me feedback, okay? So especially my Facebook group from Mourning Dew Studios on Facebook, get in there, because if you like the page, there is a link for the group. And that is where you'll get, I'm planning to do, you'll get sales before they're announced. You'll get, like I said, I need testers. I need people to try out my yarns, give me feedback, because I need feedback on everything that I'm going to be doing. And I would also like some goth knitters. Please share me with goth knitters that you know, because I really need some goth knitters that, or crocheters, or you know, whatever goth people that love yarn, because I really want to run some of my colorway ideas with them and get their feedback, but like when I have something finished and go, what do you think? Should we make changes? Should we, you know, stuff like that. Because I not only do I want it to be my vision, but I also want to get out there to other goth knitters, so we have something to knit with that isn't just black. Even though that's okay, but it doesn't all have to be black. So yes, please come join me. It'll be fun, I promise. So anyway, we're pretty low energy today. Maybe it's because I took a nap. It was a terrible nap. It was not restful. But I would be even more lethargic if I hadn't taken it. So whatever. Okay, well anyway, I'm going to find a way to fix this chair before next time, because I know I kept cutting the top of my head off, and I'm hoping that this microphone worked a little bit better. So we'll make any changes before the next episode. So all right, signing off. See ya. See you next time. Bye.